Hi, welcome to Schulte Sweeties YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm a mom of 3 girls ages 12, 8, and 6. This is our 7th year of homeschooling and we are getting closer to finishing it. I don't typically do like monthly updates, but I thought maybe I'd start trying. I thought I would give kind of an end of February update. I cannot believe how fast February went by. There was a lot more involved in February than I anticipated at the beginning of the month. So I just thought I would do a little like personal update and then homeschool update and share with you things that have been happening. So this month in February, I got to go on 2 girls trips. Crazy. I typically try to go and do something with one of my friends that lives outside of the city that I live in. We live like 3 hours away now. I moved away from her. And so it just so happened that some of our favorite book authors that we enjoy are coming close-ish to us. And so we got to go to see them and just have a night together, go shopping, of course, together. So I got to do that. And then also I have another close friend here. She has recently become a travel agent and she had a really good deal on a cruise and asked me a few months ago if I was interested. And so it all worked out. And we flew to LA, which is pretty far for us. I took a cruise from LA down to Cabo and back. And I flew home on my birthday, my 41st birthday. So that was a really fun trip. We honestly, okay, I don't know if you've been on a cruise, there's usually so much going on. And almost every night after dinner, I was like, I really think I could go to sleep. So we went to like one show in the evening and did a few other things during the day, but we did not do a whole lot of all the shows and extras that you would do on a cruise normally. I had never been on a cruise before, but I was like, I really need sleep. We had a really good time in Cabo. We did a couple excursions and got to see some whales and some sea lions jumping up on a boat. It was so much fun. I'll actually post a few pictures here so you can see the sea lion. And we didn't really actually see like the whale a whole lot, maybe a tail and then some water spout. So it was still really cool. Along those lines, we had my kids had some anxiety, and then coming back we have had colds, and so we have had sickness again. We had just gotten over sickness end of January, early February. Actually, I think some of my family was still coughing when I left, so I was so hopeful that we would be healthy, especially our February has been relatively warm, and so I was like, maybe we're close to spring and good weather and good health, but we are sick again. I am sick. We've had that, and then my girls have had dentist appointment. My mom had a dental procedure done that I had to help her with. Our cat got neutered, and then also our cat has gotten, we have an outdoor cat. Actually, he lives in the shed because we can't have him indoors with my husband being allergic, but he has also hurt 2 of his paws in the last month or so, and it's been kind of crazy. We're trying to keep it clean and everything, so just a whirlwind of cat stuff this month as well. And then we also have had family in town just for a night or so. So along the lines of homeschool, so we've also been keeping busy with park days because we've actually had a nice February, and if we have a nice day, my girls, one day it was nice out, they were like, we don't care if we do school on a Saturday, just please let us stay outside. And so I just let them play most of the day, and we made up the schoolwork and it was no big deal. Just needed outdoor play after being cooped up all winter. So then we had Valentine's Day, a party with their friends. My mom took them to that. We've had piano lessons. My youngest is now doing piano lessons now, so we are there for an hour and 15 minutes and have all 3 of them doing piano lessons in that time. We've had a children's theater production of Cinderella. We are currently reading Charlotte's Web. We read really slow with our read aloud, so we might be on it for another month. Who knows? I'll let you know in March. What is different? What have we been doing, adding in? So we did Campfire Curriculum's Valentine's Day unit. I will link it up above. But one of the things that's funny, like they loved it, but all I pretty much did is they had a lot of coloring sheets or activity sheets that like you could just kind of do as you read. So I had them do that while I read like the story and day's work. And that's pretty much what we did. We did not do a lot of the extra activities. I was kind of pressed for time because I was leaving for my trip in mid-February, so we were kind of pressed for time to get it all completed. I even started it in January because that's like we take a long time with these things, but we still really enjoyed it. We liked the story, and we learned some different things. I loved there was some extra little facts, and so those were fun. There were some video links and stuff. So we did enjoy it, but we did not do it all. So maybe we'll do that in the coming years again and do more of it. We have now started back for morning time, back doing grapevine studies. We had not really done that a whole lot when we did like the Valentine's unit or Christmas and stuff. So we're back in the habit of that. We still add in like a biblical worldview on mental health for kids. We are adding in rabbit trails through history, but I was feeling like I wasn't doing enough with the rabbit trails because I don't go on enough rabbit trails sometimes. So what I have done, I thought, we're still going through ancient history, and we had previously done Story of the World, and we just dropped it like a year ago. And so we picked this back up, and I have tied it back in with rabbit trails through history. So when we are reading stuff in here, it's tying in with our lesson. So it's kind of helping us dig deeper, because I'm not always digging deeper with the rabbit trails like I should be. We do really enjoy rabbit trails. We like the crafts and hands-on, and we like reading the different storybooks, but this is helping us as well. And I was able to find this pretty cheap on like Second Sale or one of those used book sites, and I got this. I thought, if nothing else, it'll help me add in some extra questions, making sure my kids are understanding everything. And then they have like activity sheets, like little coloring sheets and things, that maps that I can also add in. But we are pretty far through Story of the World. Like we are gonna finish it pretty soon, so that's okay. I actually have some of the next levels that we'll probably work on, and we really just read a few pages a day. It's not much of a reading, and it's really, my kids all understand it. We ask a few questions. So I think I'm going to continue this, even though we have more history coming up in the next year. I think I'm going to continue it because it's such an easy read. I can read it even sitting at the breakfast table just in a few minutes, and we move on. So I think I'm going to keep continuing that as like an added, because history and science are always those subjects that I'm like, that's okay, we don't have to do it today. And I want to not do that. I want them to get the full effect of history. I want them to do all the science and things. So we have really tried to be focusing more on those. And along those lines, I have mentioned previously, well, we are doing Guest Hollow's Anatomy kind of weekly with my mom, but I wanted to do something more. And I wasn't finding a good fit for my younger two until before Christmas. I bought the Master Books Let's Talk Science. This is Adventure in the Physical World for my middle daughter, so I do this with her. We've had a lot of hands-on activities in here. Pretty much every week they have something hands-on. I will say, I don't always love the little stories, and honestly, I might cut those out, like of, let's pretend this happened in the Bible, when we don't know if that's really what they said, and it's kind of confusing sometimes. But I might cut that out and just stick to like the physical world, learning about that, and not so much of the Bible stories. We have this, and then we have the Adventures in Creation for my youngest. Obviously, we have to add in some of the creation, but I might also cut out some of those extra stories. My oldest daughter, they are all in the public virtual school, and she has the option in middle school to do these anchor classes. So she has been doing one for social studies, which includes like history and geography and all those. So she has been doing that first semester and second semester now. but we still add in like history quest, story of the world, and other things. So she's still doing that public virtual school for the anchor class for social studies. She did start with a science course in the anchor class last semester. She did it that semester. It was okay, but like it was only like every other week that she was doing really one lesson. I didn't feel like it was enough. She had a few other things that we were kind of working on, but I did not feel like she was getting a middle school science. So I did some research, and I think I've mentioned this before, but we came across Science Mom. This is the book that I've printed out for her for Science Mom. She is doing Biology 1. I was shocked that she wanted to do Biology 1. We have been working through this. I usually sit with her through the videos. They're like a half an hour long. They're pretty long. And that what they are is they do a live class, and so it's a recording of the live class. So it's sometimes like a little annoying to like they're like answering questions from like the chat, but the information is excellent. This is non-religious. The pictures, if you can tell by this, are super cute. She's coloring some of it. They have lots of like different activities. They go through some of the pages in this. I will do a whole review and flip through of this, but this is excellent. She is definitely learning some great things in this. She's had like a quiz day today, and I was like, I don't even know. Like I paid attention, and I was still unsure of different things. It's definitely challenging her, and she's learning a lot. So this is definitely a win. I would definitely check out Science Mom. She has, I think, 4 options now for middle school, and then there's some options for grades 4 and 5. I mentioned in my unit study hall that we were going to be starting Gather Around Government, and we have started that. We've only done 1 day worth, but my plan is to continue to do that about once a week. So I think there's 20 lessons in this mini unit, and so we will be doing government for a while through, I'm anticipating through the fall. A couple things that have changed that I added in for my daughter, my middle daughter. You know, we have gone through like 5 spelling curriculums, I think, this year. I don't know. I could count it all up. I'm going to do a bunch of reviews on spelling curriculum coming up. I was planning on doing it this month, but this month was too hectic. But I remembered after seeing Davine's flip through of Winning with Writing and Nikki's Winning with Writing reviews. They both have videos on it. I will link both of their videos down below. That I like Jack Chris Publishing. And I totally forgot. I had used it previously with my oldest daughter. So I got Winning with Writing for my 3rd grader. We just started it this semester. She's barely through it. She did not love the first week of lesson because she had to write like sentences out. She didn't love it. Not every week is writing a sentence out or anything like that, but it's just going through the writing process really easily. And so after I watched their Winning with Writing, I did get that. But then I also got Soaring with Spelling and Vocabulary for her. And I was like, I think this is gonna be a good fit for her. Does she love it? I'm not sure. She says sometimes, oh, I don't really like it, but I found with her that if she does a pre-test, does some activities on those words and really focuses on those words, and then she does a post-test, she does a great job of learning those words. And I think if she just takes the time, she works really well with these type of curriculum. So it is, I will do, like I said, I'll do a flip through, but like it's black and white, and it's just like the words, and then you do some activities. There's a pre-test page, there's a post-test page. I do like that as well, that they have those in the week, and it's listed by day, so you know exactly what you do next. It's not much. So like they're writing the words a few times each day, like with the activities. So it's not a whole lot. I'm hoping that she will grow to love it, but for now we are sticking with this and we are not switching anything right now. I plan to at least work on it through the whole year. For my youngest, there has not been a whole lot of changes. She's still doing speech services through a public virtual school, and that's going well. She started piano, but we got rid of the morning menus last year or this year and have not been using them. So she's like, I want my own menu. So I have like just added in some different pages in here into our menus. So it's not a lot, but she's making her happy that she is using her morning menu, and she really likes this page from Life in the Mundane. My girls love this page. So definitely go check out her website if you are doing a morning menu or just want a page like this. My girls loved it. One other thing with my oldest, we have started sign language again, but not with Masterbooks Academy. We did not really care for that. It just, I don't know what it was, but it wasn't enough to like help her learn. She was supposed to just watch the video quickly and then each day practice, but sometimes she'd forget. I don't know. It was hard to tell exactly, but we are trying out the Oklahoma School for the Deaf. They have free courses. I think they have 1 and 2 that you can sign up for. The deadline might be for this semester coming up, but they usually do it once a semester, I believe. And so they just started this in February. She's only done 1 lesson so far, but really enjoyed it. So that is one thing that she's doing. We did pick back up with Guest Hollow's Anatomy again with my mom, and we kind of added in, I mentioned previously the Harbor and Sprout Anatomy. We did add in some of that already with bones. So we did bones. And then on top of that, so we did 1 lesson with my mom and I was there. And then I saved some stuff for my mom, and she did a couple of activities with my girls about cells and like a bone, it was an experiment with bones, like using vinegar and then cooking a bone, like chicken bones. So she did that while I was gone. So it was really cool that she got to continue science with them. I've been using the Plum paper planner, and you know, like they're really thick if you get like the full year. I have emptied out my Plum paper planner from the discs. These are the ones that I'd already used. And I hadn't been using my planner exactly how much I liked it. So I got one of these Flex notebooks, like the 5-star ones. And so I put my cover in here because it's like you could do that. And then I repunched my holes of my planner and put tabs in it for how I wanted to. I put like little folders, well, the folders are in here so I can put papers in here. And on top of it, I have like some planning pages for my YouTube channel that were not previously in my planner. So I put it all together in this little thing, and I love it because it like bends, and it's, I don't know, it's just more what I needed. So I was excited to like make some adjustments, and then I plan to just change out how I've used the paper planner some. I use online planners. I'm kind of wishy-washy with using planners anyway, so I'm hoping I can make some like changes this year in how I use my planners, and then going forward next year using it a little bit better. So I'm probably not going to be doing Plum paper planner next year because of the cost, and I'm just like, I don't use it to its fullest, and so definitely not going to be using that next year. So I'm excited about this little change with my planner. That is pretty much all for my February update. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I hope you have a great day and happy March.